All right, thank you for joining me again. My name is Wally Lawal. I am an investor and realtor in the Houston, Texas market. If this is the first time we are actually meeting, please make sure to like this video, share it, subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to smash that button so I can let you know anytime I have a new video. In this quick video, I will walk you through 15 best method or strategies to invest in real estate. I have been asked these big questions a lot of time, and I think it's the high time I make a video on this topic so that way it will benefit a lot of people, and people can actually decide which of the strategy that work for them and stick to it. So 15 strategies that you can use or that you can combine to invest in real estate. You don't have to pick one. If you can do two, three of them, provided you can do it effectively and efficiently, go ahead and combine it. So number one is wholesaling. Wholesaling is a very common one. A lot of people know about wholesaling. Wholesaling is very easy, or it's very simple to define but not easy to do. Wholesaling simply means an entrepreneur, they are finding a deal either on market or off market, and they are bringing it to other investors who doesn't have the time or the knowledge or the experience to find such deal. So that is what wholesaling is. A lot of people are looking for deals that doesn't make sense, the number doesn't work, and they are calling it wholesaling. This is not wholesaling. Wholesaling means you are bringing value, you're bringing properties that make sense number wise to an investor. And typically we use 70% rule, 70% of the ARV, which is after repair value. So that is wholesaling. If you think you can wholesale, absolutely go for it. Just make sure you are not adding to the number of bad wholesalers, because there's a lot of bad wholesalers. Make sure you are bringing good deals to people. Don't just be sending deals to people's email that doesn't make sense. So please change the face of a wholesalers, please. Very, very important. That's number one. Number two is fix and flip. Fix and flip means that you find a deal either by yourself or through a wholesaler or through a realtor, and you fix that property up and you flip it. Flipping means you sell it. So that is another number two. That is number two strategy to invest in real estate. Again, all these are strategy. You do not have to pick one, but if you can pick one and stick to it and be the best in it, that will be the best thing for you, actually. So that's number two, fix and flip. Number three is house hacking. House hacking simply means you are buying a property, either a single family home or a multi-family. When I say multi-family, I mean 2 to 4 units, duplex, triplex, or fourplex, and you're living in one of the units. Or you are buying a single family home, a 4 bedroom, 2 bath, or 4 bedroom, 3.5 bath, and you're living in the master bedroom and you are renting out the other 3 or 2 units, other units, pretty much. So that is house hacking. You are pretty much hacking the house. So, and they also call it living for free, because 7 out of 10 times, all your expenses will be paid by the tenant you have in the house. 7 out of 10 times. It's not 100%. It's not all the time. But 9 out of 10 times, 90% of your expenses will have been paid by your tenant or by your roommate, as the case may be. So I've actually helped people to house hack in a single family home. So very, very creative strategy to invest in real estate. Number four is you live and then you rent. So people can buy a property, they live in it for some time because they want to probably buy their own first rental property as well. So, and which is very similar to house hacking. So you live in there maybe for 1 year if you're using FHA, and after that you can leave, go do it again with another property. Then you rent where you just left, rent it out to a tenant. So living and rent is another strategy. So you live there for some time, then you rent it out, provided you know what you're doing. So, and the number five one, which is close to the live and rent, is live then flip. You live in it for some time, to allow appreciation in the house. Then you sell it. Let's say you bought the house for $200,000. You live there for 4 years. And now, after that 4 years, the house worth $280,000. $280,000. So that is $80,000 in equity for you over the course of the 4 years that you've lived in the house. So you can decide, okay, right now is the best time to sell it. I'm gonna sell it, cash out my money, move on to something else. So that's another way you can invest in real estate. Number 6 is BRRRR. BRRRR means BRRRR. You buy, you rehab or you remodel, you then refinance it, then you rent it and you repeat, or you rent first before you refinance. So BRRRR means buy, remodel or rehab, rent, refinance, and repeat. So this is a very good strategy because it's a strategy we use in buy and hold. You want to hold that property, but maybe you don't have that 20% to put as a down payment in a conventional way. Then you look for a house that is distressed, then you fix it up, then you rent it to a tenant, and you can then refinance it to pay back the hard money loan or the private money, or pay back yourself if you're using your cash. Then you keep that property for as long as you want to hold that property for. So it's a very good strategy. I've used it, I'm still using it. It's one of my my favorites in all this list. So number 7 is short-term buy and hold. Short-term buy and hold is I want to just buy, hold this property for 2 years. I'm going to sell it after 2 years. It's still similar to, you can call it buy, hold, and flip, but you are delaying the flip. You're not selling it immediately. And you can do this for a lot of the strategy I've mentioned. You can decide to buy a property, live in it, then flip it. Buy a property, rent it, then eventually still flip it. So it's a very creative way. So you buy the property, then you you sell it. So short term, that's a short-term buy and hold. There's another one that is long-term buy and hold. Long-term buy and hold is I want to just keep this tenant in this place, buy this property, keep tenants in it, and technically forget about it. So that is what I do. I like to hold property for a long time because my big why is to build wealth, build generational wealth through real estate. So one of the way I do that is to hold rental property where I put a long-term tenant in them and they are paying down my mortgage every month. So why I'm also still cash flowing. So that is number 8, long-term buy and hold, which is my strategy. So number 9 is debt snowball. You are actually snowballing your debts by accumulating more rental property. But because the debt is large, but because you have tenant that is paying it down for you, so you're actually not doing anything wrong. This is a good debt. And we can, good debt versus bad debt is a different topic entirely. So good debt simply means you're borrowing money to buy something that will bring money back to you, like real estate investing. And bad deal is that you're borrowing that money to buy that expensive Tesla or Ferrari or that wristwatch, and it's actually a liability to you. So anything that brings money to your pocket is a good debt. Anything that take money from you is a liability, which is a bad debt. So debt snowball is a form of investing whereby you actually borrow money and tenants are paying down your mortgage for you. So, but you are the borrower. So that's number 9. Number 10 is all cash plan. All cash plan means that you are buying your house 100% cash and you want to maximize your return on investment. And eventually, after some time, you can decide to refinance it to free up your money and do it again. So that's another way. You can also trade up plan, trade up things that you have to get, the house you want to buy. Let's say you don't want to put 20% down. You can, sell your car or use your car as a down payment. A lot of creative way to do that. You just have to make sure your lender is comfortable with that. Also, you can be, number 12, you can be a hard money lender, or private money lender. So you borrow money to investors. Let's say I'm an investor, I found a very good deal, but I don't have money to fix that property. I come to you, you borrow me the money. Then now you are becoming my bank. After I fix that property, I refinance it, then I'll be able to pay you back your money with interest, of course. Typically, I do 12% per annum on this. So meaning that if you borrow me $100,000, you're making $1,000 on your money every month. So that is what I typically do for my investors. So you're becoming the bank by borrowing investors your money, and you are making return, of course, on your money. So that is number 12. Number 13 is discounted notes. You can invest in notes, which is similar to what I just discussed. You becoming the bank. So people do this through seller financing. You have your house, you're selling it to a buyer, but the buyer is not actually going to the bank to get a loan. You are the bank, they pay you every month, and you are using that to help yourself. Let's say the house is paid off, you don't have any loan on the house, but you want to use it as a passive income for yourself. Then you are getting a passive, income from what you've paid for several years ago, and now the money is coming back to you as an income. So seller financing is one of the strategy that people use to acquire real estate. You are the seller, the buyer is buying it, the buyer is paying their monthly mortgage to you instead of paying it to the bank. So that is discounted notes, meaning that you have a note that you discount to the buyer. So through seller financing. Syndication is number 14. Syndication meaning that a big apartment, most of these apartments you see, 200 unit, 500 unit apartment, they are most of 9 out of 10 times they are owned by companies. They are owned by syndicators. Syndicators are coming together, pulling all their resources, their expertise, their money, their experience, their connection, their network together to be able to acquire this large investment, and everybody is getting the return on their investment based on how much they invest in the deal. So that is syndication. This is very, very common in the commercial space, not so much in the single family homes. They are usually from large apartment complex, large mobile home park, large storage units, and large commercial offices, among other large commercial properties that you can find syndicators. So that is number 14, syndication. Very, very creative way, passive. You don't have to do anything, just make sure your money is there, make sure you vet the company, your money is making money for you, which is again good debt if you borrow money in the first place. So number 15, which is the last one, is the REIT. So REIT is very similar to syndication. These are very large company. They are real estate investment trust company. They take money from investors and they use it to buy a real estate, usually a very large real estate, very similar to syndication, and they pay you return on your investment every month. So this is actually very nice for folks that doesn't want to do anything. You just want to make your money work for you, and you don't want to deal with any tenant. You don't want to deal with any repair. You don't even want to learn so much about real estate. Just want to, hey, I have this extra $50,000. I want to be getting good return on my investment every month. Then you might look into REIT. But you're not owning real estate. You just, your money is just working for you. You're not getting other benefits of actually keeping real estate. Because for me, the philosophy is that you actually build wealth when you own real estate. You own it. It's in your name or it's in your company name. But if you're borrowing people your money, you're still not owning it, because that is people own the asset, but you're just borrowing them the money. You get a short-term profit for your money, and that's it. So if you're looking to own rentals, you are looking to buy properties in the Houston, Texas market, I'm an investor. I'm doing exactly what I've walked you through. I'm not doing everything because I can't do everything, because I want to get good at very few. I am doing the BRRRR strategy. I'm doing the long-term buy and hold. So those are my two core focus. I do fix and flip occasionally if I don't like the neighborhood. So, but my core focus is buy and hold for a long-term wealth creation. So if you want to buy rentals, or you want to buy your house, primary resident, or you want to sell your house, or you just want to talk about real estate generally, I am your guy. I'm in Houston, Texas. I do real estate full time. I'm very experienced. I'm very knowledgeable about what I'm saying. So if you think we can add value to each other and you're ready to take action, you can give me a call. Call me 832-776-9582. 832-776-9582. Or follow me on Instagram at Wale_Lawal. at Wale, WALE underscore Lawal, LAWAL, Wale underscore Lawal. If you find value in this video, once again, make sure to like it, share it, subscribe, and don't forget to smash the bell so I can let you know anytime I have a new video. The summary of this whole video is that you need to pick a strategy. Don't try to do everything, because if you try to do everything, you will not get good results. You want to pick your top 2 or top 3 from this 15 list I mentioned to you and get really, really good at them. Do them daily, know them in and out, and just make sure you profit from them. Don't try to do everything. You will not get to where you are going. Thank you, and I will see you on the next video. Bye bye.